Assalamu alaikum, my name is Sebastian, I'm a Christian and I love Muslims. Today I'm with a woman who has an incredible story to share with you guys. She had a dream that changed her life completely. And thank you so much for being here with us. You grew up as a Muslim in a Pakistani family, and then sometime you met Jesus and you became a Christian. Can you share with us your story?
So basically, yeah, like you say, I was brought up in a moderate Sunni Muslim home, and our father was open to Abrahamic faiths. Then when I went to university, I got more involved in my own faith. My Muslim faith was part of the Islamic Union at university and quite active in my own tradition at the time. But then there was a series of things that happened in my life that were very tragic and difficult. And I was in the flat on my own 2 weeks after my mother had passed away. And I was very bitter and resentful and very angry with God. And I basically held him responsible for everything that had happened to me in my life at this point. And then I said, if you really are real and you really exist, then you have to kind of reveal yourself to me, because if you don't, it's pretty much over between me and you. Like there's no relationship between me and you, because I don't feel that you're helping me in my life or anything is getting answered in my life. Then something strange happened. There was like a wave that came from my feet through to my neck.
A wave?
A wave. It felt like a wave through my body, yeah? From my feet through to my neck, went up and down my body, and it took the pain away that was in my arm, my chest. The other thing it did is it completely immobilized me. All my energy went and I couldn't form a fist even. And later I asked Christians about that experience, and they said that was actually the infilling of the Holy Spirit. At that point, you just didn't know what it was, because it was a supernatural experience that you were undergoing. Yeah.
So it was God's own spirit who came and healed you and came with peace over you.
Came peace over me. Yeah.
Wow.
But at the same time, it was a Saturday afternoon, about 3 o'clock. Wouldn't go to sleep at that time normally, but because of this whole episode, I was tired. And so I went to sleep, and eventually I dreamt. And in my dream, all I could see was an Arab-looking man, and had white, shining clothes. Yeah? And you could see him put his hand out, and I put my hand out to him in this dream, and he took me to a garden. And in this garden, there were lots of white flowers in this garden, beautiful place. And there were children playing in a circle around him in this garden. And one of the children was a girl with a blue dress and a blue ribbon. And he was lifting her up and playing with her and laughing and smiling at her. And that was me when I was 5 years old. So I was looking at myself with this man, who I don't know who he is at this point. And then he put me down, and he had his hands out in two directions. One going to the garden where the children were, and one going to the other place, which wasn't so pleasant. And so at the end of this dream experience, I had to make a decision. I had to make my mind up which way I was going to go. I got up the next morning, and so I jumped into the car and I started driving. I didn't plan my journey, and I ended up into central London. And I parked outside the BBC in central London. I was just sitting in the car, and I thought, oh, there's a building there. I'll just go inside there, because I wanted to be around people. I saw lots of people going into this building, so I'll just go there. If I go there, it'll calm me down. I went up the steps, and there was this woman in the doorway, and she was handing out flyers at the door. And I looked at the flyers, and it says, All Souls Church, Langham Place. And I thought, oh, this is really weird. You know, I didn't think this, I just thought this was a public building and didn't know it was a church. And she said, oh, it's 11 o'clock. you might as well go inside. And I said, well, I don't really want to because I'm a Muslim and there's no real reason why should go in, and I don't really know what I'm doing here. And she said, well, you might as well go in. So she was quite insistent. Okay, so then I noticed there was about 800 people sitting down in this church by this point. No one was standing apart from me, going up this long aisle. And there were some empty seats right at the front near the orchestra. That's where she directed me to go. As I looked up at the cross at the altar, that wave that happened in the flat happened again.
Wow.
Behind the cross at the altar, there was a painting. This painting was of Jesus Christ. And I looked up at the face of the man in the painting, and it was the same man that I'd just seen 24 hours before in the dream.
Wow.
So God had done a miracle.
Yeah.
A supernatural miracle. Yeah.
Wow.
Last night,
getting chills here.
last night I had a dream.
Yeah.
Next day, he's looking at me. The same man is looking at me through this painting.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, how did he do that? And the whole sermon was around Jesus Christ, around the light of the world. But I wasn't focused on that. I was just looking at that painting all through the whole sermon. I couldn't believe what had happened. Anyway, the sermon finished. Everyone went downstairs to this hall underneath the church. And I went down as well. And along this wall of this hall downstairs, there was 200 books. Only 2 books God showed me that day. Guess what they were about? They were about Muslim women who'd had dreams and visions of Jesus Christ.
Really?
And they became Christians.
And how did God show you those books?
I don't know. My attention straight away to those 2.
Wow.
Straight away went to those 2. And coincidentally, Pakistani Muslims as well.
Wow.
Really connected to me, you know. So I read the preface and I thought, oh, this is strange, isn't it? This is the sort of thing that's just happened to me. So it was God confirming to me that this was not a weird thing that had happened. Look, it's happened to other people, just like you. Yeah. And then eventually I gave my life to Christ at the end of this episode of study and thoughtfulness. I did it carefully, intentionally, because I wanted to show my brother and my family that I wasn't impulsive. I wasn't making a quick decision.
It was serious. Yeah.
It was serious, and I thought about it and reflected about it a long time before I did it.
And how was your life changed after you invited Jesus into your heart?
I think it's been 360 degrees. My life has completely been transformed. But I hadn't realised how transformative God's love really is. It's basically changed me from quite a selfish, self-centred person, quite grabbing about ambition and things that I wanted to do, to a person who's got a lot of time for other people and give up my time for a lot of people who are lost as well, and having a heart for them to find Christ as well. So completely the opposite to what I used to be like. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story. And thank you everyone for watching. I believe that some of you also have had dreams about a man in white clothes, and if you are wondering who this might be, maybe it could be Jesus. And if you're interested in hearing more about it, you're very welcome to contact us privately in Messenger, and we're ready to answer you. Thank you so much for watching, and please share this video and follow Al-Beshara on Facebook and YouTube. God bless you. Bye.